Amanda Gorman, just 22, and she says she has a speech impediment, though you'd hardly know it. Recent Harvard graduate, now says she's running for president in 2036, and not that Amazon needs any publicity from us, but her books are now #1 and #2 on Amazon, probably because of what you've just seen. Let's speak to Sonia Gipson Rankin, who is an assistant professor at the University of New Mexico School of Law, also serving on many committees to raise awareness of issues such as racial and gender equality. Very good to talk to you. Sum up your feelings today.
Wow, what an amazing day in the United States. Vice President Kamala Harris has broken a nearly 200-year barrier of women being at the very highest offices in the United States. She's not only the nation's first female vice president, but she is also the nation's first Black American vice president and the first person of South Asian descent to become vice president. There's been nothing like this before, and we can't wait to see what happens next.
And the face of the new administration looking very different in all sorts of ways. But I know we're just seeing Kamala Harris, as you say, the first Black vice president, swearing in 3 new Democratic senators. And I was just checking, 1 Black, 1 Jewish, 1 Hispanic.
Sounds like America to me. I think this is what's very exciting and exactly the persons that were outlined. And really, you could pick that up from the language of Amanda Gorman's fantastic poem, where she really remarked on who we are and who we can be as a nation. And so that's really going to stand out to people. You know, I'm just really reflecting on the fact that it is exactly 100 years since women got the right to vote in the United States. And it's only 56 years after the Voting Rights Act of 1965, where Black women could actually equally have access to that right to vote. So today is an absolutely auspicious day, and it's going to be remembered for quite some time.
And yet, you know, at almost every inauguration, we hear messages of hope and optimism, perhaps not so much in President Trump's inauguration speech. But I'm seeing here Fox News hosts already complain that all they're hearing, is slogans and bumper stickers. People are going to take a lot of convincing. It's such a difficult time.
You know, that's such a great point. I believe that President Biden and his team worked really hard to show the United States in the inauguration today, from sign language of the Pledge of Allegiance to J-Lo speaking in Spanish. It was really a sign of who we are as a nation. And all the way to Garth Brooks, comfortable in his cowboy hat and jeans, really showing this is who we are and we can be united on a shared purpose.
Talking of unity, do you think, I know you don't have to make the decision, but do you think the Trump impeachment trial should go ahead, will go ahead? Almost nothing could be so divisive, could it?
You know, I'm a lawyer, and I believe we've got to follow the process just so that we can show that we are continuing to be a nation of laws, and we are going to always look at the evidence and make decisions. It is appropriate for the process to go forward in the United States Senate, and the determinations can be made from there.
Do you have concerns about the tensions within the party? Of course, we've been saying there are a lot of people who voted for Kamala Harris, voted for Joe Biden, natural centrists, I suppose you could say, both of them, but people from much further left who would like much more radical policies. They wanted to see President Trump go. They thought they were the people to do it. But there's now going to be a lot of pressure on those two to do things they don't really want to do.
There's going to be pressure from every direction. It's the fun of leadership and the fun of governing is coming and working towards compromise. Now, this is what's important is we have 2 leaders in the White House that have experience in the Senate, who have worked on compromises and have worked across the aisle to get to get things accomplished. They're going to put those skills to the task now that they're working in the executive branch.
Sonia Gipson Rankin, very good to talk to you. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.